Hi guys, long time no see. It's currently April and I wanted to start off this vlog by saying that I know that my posting schedule is very non-consistent. However, I had not a very difficult month, but it's definitely been challenging. I had a lot of thoughts about my future as a doctor in Ireland and my career progression, and kind of was reflecting a lot on where I want to be in terms of my career in 2, 5, 10 years. And it definitely took a toll on my mental health. So it took a little bit of a dip, but now I feel that I have lots of very good, exciting things happening, possibly or not. I don't know. I'm not gonna talk much about it until it actually is all confirmed. I will talk a little bit about it at the moment just for you to give you some context. So first of all, this vlog is going to be a week in my life. I am working 4 days and 1 night this week. I'm gonna have a day off on a Thursday, but I will be working on a Saturday night shift. So this is gonna be how my week is gonna look like. The Saturday night will be an on-call shift, meaning that I will be the only doctor in the hospital covering for any emergencies, or actually most of the time, not emergencies, just random things that come up during the night. And then the rest of the days will be just normal day work where we just see patients and, do our normal day-to-day stuff. And we are fully staffed team this week, which is always very nice to look forward to. It's currently Sunday evening. I am ready for Monday. I feel really refreshed. I feel like I had a really relaxing, slow weekend where I didn't get to do many exciting things, but I feel like I got a good rest. I had nap on both days, which is such a luxury when you're 32, 31, but yeah, solid, relaxing weekend. So, on to the things that led me to reflect a lot on my career this month. I am, as you know, or you don't know, if you don't know, my name is Margo and I am a standalone junior doctor working in Ireland. I have been working as a standalone doctor for a year and a half, well, not a year, a year and a month actually. And the way that the educational system in Ireland is set up, that you get into the training and you eventually become a consultant. I have tried to get into a basic specialist training twice, 2 years in a row, and both times I was unsuccessful, unfortunately. So obviously things like that get you to think what kind of things I should improve for next year. Should I even apply next year? Brings up lots of questions, questioning yourself, questioning your pathway. But if anything, that the bottom line of my current state as it is in my career is I am not getting into training this year, and training starts in July, which means that I have to find a job for July changeover. I technically can stay in my hospital. It is very common for doctors to stay in the same hospital for several years if they are standalone positions, but it's not, I wouldn't say it's very common in Dublin, because usually doctors just rotate and they just find different opportunities and different jobs, because that's always good for your CV to have a diverse experience in different specialities. And I've been working in the same specialty, which is age-related medicine, for the past year, and previously I worked in respiratory medicine. So obviously my experience to date is not very diverse, and that's prompted me to actually started to apply for other specialties about 3 months ago. People usually start applying for positions around January, February, and then March, April is usually the peak season for interviews for July changeover, and that's exactly what I've been doing for the past month. I had 3 interviews, and out of 3 interviews so far I have secured 1 full offer that I accepted, because the way things are is you just accept all the offers that come your way, and then closer to the date you kind of set your mind on what you actually want, and then you withdraw from the other jobs. It might seem a little bit controversial to some people, but what I want to explain is that you cannot, once the offer is out there, they will not wait for you to consider other offers. Like, they will just move on with the list, because usually there's a panel of doctors that are waiting for the decision, and if they offered you a place, if you say no, there won't be any turnaround. So if at the end you'll change your mind, there won't be a spot for you. So the way to do it, since I have only secured one full offer so far, I decided to accept it, and I am not too keen on going to that hospital. However, if it will come down to either staying in my hospital where I am right now or going to that hospital, I'll go to that hospital because it's more acute setting. However, I had 2 more interviews for the positions that I am more inclined. On one of them, I actually didn't hear back yet, but I have a really good feeling about it. And then the other one, I have received a confirmation that I'm on a panel of doctors that are in line to get an offer. So the offer might come in, honestly, at any time, starting now and all the way up to the changeover. And yeah, that's definitely one of the hospitals that I would really consider to go to work in July. All of these 3 hospitals that I had the interviews for are located in different parts of Ireland. So I feel that the move is going to happen either way. Doesn't really depend on which hospital I'm gonna choose at the end. So it's a lot of kind of life-changing things that are happening and a lot of decisions that I kind of mulling over in my head. But overall, all very positive. I came to terms with the fact that I'm not going to training. I feel that that doesn't mean that I should just stop thinking about my career progression. Yes, I am put off for another year, but I feel like I have the energy to come back with full force and just think about future planning. Okay, enough of me rambling about my job. As I said, this week's vlog is gonna be just my normal day-to-day. I don't have anything fancy that I'm planning to do. I'm gonna get my nails done on a Thursday, and otherwise I really hope, okay, you can hold me on that. Hopefully I'll get to do that. I want to go twice this week to go to the gym. Usually it's easier for me to go after work, so I'm really hoping I'm gonna go tomorrow and on Thursday afternoon. Those would be kind of like what I would be planning, but we'll see. We'll see what's gonna happen. You never know, you never know. Also, one of the exciting things that is happening not this week, but in the next month, I'm going on a 2-week vacation to a well, we didn't decide 100% where yet, but one of the main kind of places that we kind of agreed on. I'll let you know more by the end of this vlog because we are planning to actually secure the tickets on the weekend, so I'll know more. But if it's gonna end up to be that location, it's gonna be a really different experience for me. I have never been to this country and to that continent, so it's going to be a very, very new experience for me, which is always, I feel like, very exciting for someone. Yeah, and thank you so much for watching, and I hope you like this vlog. Good morning, it's Monday, so let's go to work. I am all ready. It's 8:20. Let me just double check, but I think it's 8:21. I was almost there, and usually I leave my house around this time or 8:30, and I'm at work by 9. As you know, I work in a smaller hospital, so we don't start too early. There's really no point, the patients are sleeping, and it's a different kind of hospital, so like it's not a type of hospital where you would just drop in on a patient at 5 a.m. to check on them. So that's handy for me because I get to sleep. I always prepare my lunch in advance if I have something to take with me. So I have everything ready. Have my work bag here, have my lunch bag here, I have my gym bag here. So hopefully the gym is happening. Let's go. I completely ignored for the rest of the video, but on that day I actually got offered a position in a hospital I have been dreaming about for the past few years. Hi guys, I'm currently just after my lunch break, enjoying the sunshine. It's such a privilege to have the opportunity to sit outside. My hospital is in this beautiful kind of woodsy, outdoorsy area, so it's just so beautiful and so peaceful. I have just arrived home. I went to the gym. You'll see 1.5 seconds of the worth of clips from there, because I don't like to film myself when I'm in public, because, you know, awkward. It's 6:41. I got off work today at around 5:30. It was quite a busy day, and it was, to be honest, still things to be done. But not unfortunately, but just the way my hospital is set up, the patient's day, kind of like their schedule is above whatever medical things we have planned for them. For example, I need to put a cannula and I needed to do an admission. So I went over to do both of these things, but both of the patients were actually having tea time. And because obviously I'm not going to ask them to stop socializing and get back to their room so I can do this, so I have to unfortunately leave these two tasks to the on-call. I did do the most of the admission, like all of the paperwork and such. It was literally just the bit where you have to actually speak to the patient that was left, which is a very important bit, but still, it's not that I didn't want to do it, it's just the time was just not right. Otherwise, the day was really... Mondays are always really good because we have a round with one of my consultants, and she usually has the most patients, so we get to round on most of the ward on Monday and kind of get it over with for the majority of the tasks for the week, which is very good. And then we also have some other duties that we were doing here and there. We were short one junior doctor today, but my colleague is back tomorrow, so we will be a fully staffed team tomorrow, which is always nice to have. I went to the gym, got a quick workout in. I don't do anything specific in the gym. I'm just doing absolutely random things. I'm trying a little bit to focus on my arms, because I feel like my arms are just not very strong. As you know, I know that women tend to have more stronger legs than arms, and I'm kind of trying to do a little bit of arm workout every time I go to the gym, and then I do my boring Stairmaster or just normal treadmill 30-minute walk. Nothing too fancy. I'm not a gym geek in any way. I don't know anything about muscles, just really basic anatomy. Okay, now we're going home. I just parked my car and we're going home, and we'll get some dinner started. I am making dinner. Oh my god. So bay leaves, salt, and hot water. Obviously it stopped everything because I spilled a little bit, so let's clean it up. Okay. Now we have to bring it to the boil, and I'm going to add a very traditional Russian food, dumplings, but not the way you might think of dumplings, like Chinese dumplings or Asian dumplings. No, it's a very different type of dumplings, and it's gonna be boiled, not fried, deep fried, or steamed, just boiled. A very exciting thing just happened. Well, apart from obviously the most exciting thing that... Did I tell you already? I think I did about the job that I got, whatever. My cousin, who is an amazing person, but unfortunately we don't get to talk often because of our very, very busy lives and schedules, just texted me that she will be available to talk later on today, and I'm so excited to hear from her because she is just such an amazing person. We grew up together up to when we were about 14, 15, and then we kind of grew apart a little bit, but then we kind of reconnected because we both moved abroad from Russia and we built our careers and everything. So it's always so nice to catch up with your, well, I call them sisters because I don't have any blood sisters. So I have 4 cousins and all of them I call sisters. So whenever I'm referring to her, I'm referring to her as my sister. So yeah, I'm going to talk to one of my sisters who lives in Canada, and she's actually sharing. So I am in a relationship with a Portuguese, and she's in a relationship, she is married to a Brazilian, and they have a very, very similar mentality. So it's always very interesting to compare notes and, you know, talk about our second halves. And apart from that, we share lots of different hobbies. We both love to read. We kind of have a similar outlook on life. So every time we catch up, we usually like end up spending the entire evening just talking. So that's probably what's gonna end up happening today. As I said, it's a very traditional Russian dish. Well, I wouldn't call it dish because it's basically just boiling dumplings in the water. So I didn't do any prep for it. I just bought ready dumplings and I just threw them in the boiling water, but still. And yeah, I'll probably see you all again tomorrow or maybe later today. Hi guys, I'm back home and I got this new mask to try on. I thought it's gonna be like your regular mask that you just put for like 10-15 minutes on your face, but turns out this is the one that people put for like 2-3 hours until it completely becomes transparent on your face. So I'm actually very excited to try it. Let's put it on together. Okay, all right. Okay, I don't know how I feel about this mask because it's been 2 hours and it looks exactly the same. It did not dissolve, did not absorb into my skin in any way, and the bottom part already fell out when I was eating my dinner. So I don't know. I might take this for my vacation in June because that will be probably a very good mask to put on a plane for like extra hydration. I know that some people say that it's useless to put masks, but I think it just feels really good when you're in this really dry, disgusting airplane air and to have something nice and cooling on your skin. So just my personal opinion. But yeah, absolutely cannot see any or feel any benefit at the moment. Good morning, guys. It's 8:12. I just woke up like 5 minutes ago. Look. And my oats. Coming back to the news of my job offer, I have been privileged to receive an offer for a hospital that I wanted to work in for the last few years, and I will be starting there in July this year. And obviously I immediately withdrew my acceptance of the other hospital that I talked about earlier in this video. So don't worry, they probably immediately offered a post to someone else. So my breakfast is my oats with some raspberry jam and coffee in my Calcichew D3 Forte mug. I'm not sponsored by Calcichew, but if they want to, I would love, because I prescribe this every single day. Hey guys, I just went for a quick workout, gonna drive home now. I am going to have a very unhealthy dinner because I think I deserved it. I worked really hard. And that's like, it's more for myself than for you guys that I'm saying that. Just want to justify me having a very unhealthy dinner. And yes, I am showing a very bad examples to my patients when I eat unhealthy, because I keep preaching to them that it's very important to have enough protein intake and to eat a balanced diet and to, you know, like all these things. And then I come home and I eat absolute crap. I know, don't quote me on that. Good morning, guys. It's currently Thursday and I have a day off today because I'm working Saturday night this week. So I'm very excited to spend it in the city center. I'm going to for a manicure because I am flying for a wedding next week and I need fresh nails for that. And then I'm also going for a little bit of shopping, which is my #1 hated activity. However, because I am going in June somewhere far away for 2 weeks to have an amazing vacation, so I need some new kind of summer clothes because I live in Ireland and summer clothes is not something you just really keep in stock. Well, in my household at least, I literally keep 2 t-shirts, 1 pair of shirts and 1 cap. I didn't even have a cap, I actually just bought it because you just don't ever get to use summer clothes. It's always kind of warmish but not hot. So every year when it's the vacation time, I try to buy at least a few more pieces for summer, and then just to have like a basic wardrobe for the week of the vacation, and then never to touch it again throughout the year. This is the reality of life in Ireland, at least for me. I know that lots of Irish people are going around in shorts during winter time. Not my vibe at all, not something that I do personally. But yeah, so this is my plan for the day. I'm going to the city center and hopefully we'll get something for the upcoming vacation.
Которые просто сидели такие типа... У нее отобрали права на 3 месяца за это, но только в этом штате.
Hi guys, just checking in. It's currently Saturday. I am going to a night shift in 2 hours. We have just purchased tickets for the vacation in June. I'm so happy. It's gonna be a very new, very tropical destination for me on a new continent. So, all very exciting. Hey guys, I am on my night shift, just a one-off on a Saturday night, and I'm back to work on Monday, normal shift. It's like 11:30. I am walking to another unit because one of the residents there, the urinary catheter got blocked, so I'll have to change it. And then hopefully I can get some sleep. So, catheter done, all good. I haven't actually done a urinary catheter in a bit, so I was a little bit nervous, but it went really well. Now I'm going back to the main building because they called me. Actually, one of the patients is agitated, the patient that I reviewed earlier on, and she's still agitated, so we'll have to give her something to help that. And it's a very challenging sometimes to deal with dementia patients because they can be really lost, and they can be really kind of upset and wondering, and it's really hard to manage that. And you try to do the non-medicinal stuff first, of course, but unfortunately it's really hard sometimes not to give any medications because it's for their own safety as well, because when they're wandering around they can fall and all kinds of things can result from that. It's actually a beautiful, very nice and warm night in Dublin, so always pleasant.
Like,
I'm making a vlog for this week, like a week in the life of a very busy doctor.
well, it's going to be busy between a wedding and mass trips.
No, not this week.
Oh yeah.
I did one for the previous week. I don't know if I'm gonna do this week. I probably not, because it's gonna be it's not gonna be much working.
It will be.
Well, the Tuesday will be fun, but obviously I'm not gonna film there.
4 countries in 7 days.
What do you mean for you? Not for me, no.
I know, 5 countries because I'm landing in Germany.
Me. Yeah, but not for me. For me, it will be just good old Spain.
Germany, Netherlands, and then Brussels. 6 countries.
Hey guys, I decided to extend my vlog to another week because I don't think I have enough footage from last week. It's currently Monday. I had a very quiet weekend where I didn't do much. I actually worked Saturday night. There are a few clips from that you saw previously, and then I was just at home both of Saturday day and Sunday. My work day today was a bit hectic. We were not short-staffed, but there were just lots of things to do for Monday, and then my senior doctor had to go to another hospital, so I was taking care of things on the ward, and there were quite a few bits that needed to be needed to be done. Overall, I have one patient I am concerned about. I think she is actively dying. It's a nursing home patient, so it's not unusual that they at some point just deteriorate and just pass. But in this case, just trying to think how we can do it as comfortably as possible. No one talks about it much, but it's actually not an easy job to understand when someone is dying, or if there's still things that we can do and we should do to possibly get them over this hurdle, this illness, this acute state. Because obviously, like, sometimes people just naturally just stop eating and stop like kind of doing things, and they just pass away without having an acute infection of sorts. But lots of time, first how it starts is just they have an infection, and then we put them on treatment, and then the treatment just doesn't work, and then they just get worse and worse, and then they just don't recover. So it's really hard to understand when it's that time where you just stop the treatment and you just let them go. And I think this patient might be one of these cases that it's difficult to determine when should we stop the treatments and just focus on comfort care. Obviously, I'm just a junior doctor, so I am not the one making that very big important call. It will be my seniors, but it's just, yeah, I'm just thinking about it, obviously, as I am part of her care team. Yeah, I am off tomorrow, but not really off. I'm on study leave. I have booked this course a couple months back. It is like a workshop-based course about simulation learning, and I hope that it will be insightful, because that's a whole new topic for me. I love simulation. I love getting like my hands on mannequins and stuff and doing procedures on mannequins, and it's actually very interesting. Like, this course is not about the actual performing procedures on mannequins, it's about how to conduct a simulation running course. So it's something that definitely would help my CV to look very like more professional and more well-rounded, and also an interesting topic to explore and discover. I have no expectations. I'm just gonna go there and do my best and try to learn as much as I can. It's in another hospital that is a bit far from my house, but I am hopefully claiming back the taxi money I'm gonna spend on going there. Yeah, so that is my plan for tomorrow, and then I'm working Wednesday and Thursday, and then on Thursday night I am flying out for a wedding in Spain, which is super exciting. I haven't been out of Ireland in a few months, and even my previous trip was a very short trip to London. I'm in dire need of a little break. Yeah, currently cooking my dinner over there. Nothing fancy, just some boiled dumplings, and watching, if you know, you know, and everyone knows, it's Euphoria, of course, season 3, episode 3, Cassie's wedding. We'll see what they get up to, but I already saw lots of spoilers. So I'm a bit upset with myself. I was trying to get off the phone, but there were like a couple of short breaks that I had today that I just couldn't resist. So I took a little peek on Instagram and I saw some spoilers. I'm all ready for my conference / workshop day. Very excited. I'm going to order a taxi very soon, and hopefully today will be the exact bit of kind of out of clinical practice but into educational bright future type of thing that I was craving. Yeah.
So we have 4 and 4. Yeah. Blocking trackies, and blocking ET tubes with like syrups and stuff, so that you can sort of
Education in Dublin North. So we provide the education and training for
taking. So I'm taking a risk by saying this to you, or by listening, or by responding, or by putting myself out there. Right? That's exactly what you said.
Hi guys, I just came back from the simulation conference / event / very, very nice study day. Exactly what I needed. It was so interesting because the amount of different people from different backgrounds that were there participating in an event. I don't know why, I guess it's my professional bias, but I always feel that whatever event I attend, it will be attended by other doctors, just automatically, or nurses. But I always forget how many other different specialities and different kind of careers are out there that are indirectly or directly connected to medical field and medical education. There were so many people from such diverse backgrounds, and it was just such an amazing event to participate in. The most fun workshop, I suppose, is where we had to make fake wounds. This is all fake. This is all fake, absolutely fake. Fake blood, fake kind of I forgot what's the name of this thing that they gave us to actually make it look raised. But if you can see a bit closer up, again, all fake. Please don't be scared. And we got to take it home. I think it's such a nice souvenir. I'm probably the only one thinking that at the moment, but I just love it. It's just such a fun, immersive event that I was participating in. And I got so much motivation to actually, in the future, do something like running a simulation, or at least participating in one. I always loved hands-on learning in any shape or form. Of course, the OSCE exams can be very stressful, and that's basically what simulation learning is. But still, it's just such an incredible experience. I feel just so pumped. Okay, so what are the other things I want to tell you? Not much. Tomorrow I am on call actually, so I have to be in the hospital a bit earlier than usual. Then on Thursday I work, and then I'm flying out to Spain to go to a wedding of my fiance's friends. Hey guys, it's Wednesday. I'm on call. I'm almost actually nearing my shift finishing in about 45 minutes. But I am so looking forward to tomorrow, because tomorrow my last working day for this week. And it's just a normal working day, not on call. So I cannot wait to finish and then to go on my little adventure to Spain. My friend actually, turns out that she's in Barcelona right now as well. So I might be meeting her on Friday. My fiance just texted me that he will have to work when we're there, which is just so annoying. Not work like he has to go in somewhere, but he has to do some projects on his computer, and a bit annoyed because he is not the best with his time management. So I feel like there were so many moments like the past weekend or the weekend before that, but he could have done that. But yeah, not my circus, not my monkeys. Shouldn't be responsible for other people's time management. He's not my child. Yeah, that's my mantra for today, right? Otherwise, I'm okay, checking in, hopefully. Probably that's gonna be somewhere nearing the end of this vlog.
Though he was the one who commissioned this mausoleum to be built. He didn't wait for her to answer before he pulled out the ring of keys.
And just like that, we're in Spain. Hey guys, this is gonna be the last clip of this vlog. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you liked the week and a half in my life as a junior doctor in Ireland. I am well, I'm happy. I am anticipating my vacation in exactly 1 month, more or less. And if you have any questions about anything that I've said in this video that I was maybe not so clear about, please feel free to ask them in the comments, or if there's anything else that you want me to make a video on. I know that I haven't been putting out a lot of special videos about very particular topics in terms of medical diploma validation in Ireland and working as a foreign doctor. I think the main reason is because I am now working as a doctor for a little bit over a year, and I don't have much to share in terms of, you know, diploma validation updates and such, because I already did all of this process, and all of my videos that you saw on my channel previously were reflecting that, I think, really nicely. I did a video about every single thing that I ever used to study for all of the exams I personally did. I didn't make any videos about the exams I didn't do, like Press 2 or Plub 2, because I just never did them in my life. So I'm not feeling that I'm the right person to speak about those exams, but there are luckily plenty of videos, not about Press 2 unfortunately, but about PLOB 2 for example, lots of videos out there that are covering that topic. But if there is anything that I had personal experience with that you want to ask, you please feel free to do so in the comments. And again, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate everyone who is following my channel, who is watching my videos, putting likes. All this kind of engagement is really nice, and it makes me keep going. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye!